Get Snap Podcast. What you saw at the beginning, before you saw the intro, was not a mirage. What you saw is the truth. Yesterday, we lost a legend in Terry Funk at 79 years old. And as of this recording, August 24th, 2023, breaking news hit that at the age of 36 years old, Bray Wyatt passed away. And it came out of nowhere. I personally thought it was a joke until you got the news from until you got the news from Triple H. But before we get into that, as always, I am the bad Superman, DarnellSparrow. He is the notorious Antoine Smooth. And I gotta ask, let's start with Terry Funk.
Yeah.
I mean, the man was hardcore before hardcore was hardcore.
Yeah.
The man competed everywhere.
Yes.
I mean, even right here in Memphis.
Yeah.
Had some great rivalries. I mean, he wrestled ECW, All Japan, the USWA, WCW, NWA, Florida. I mean, won ECW World Championship, NWA World Championship, was the Unified World Champion.
That's right.
I mean, this man, when they said he was middle-aged and crazy,
yeah,
he was beyond middle-aged and crazy.
It wasn't until the 80s that he started doing that. Now, in the 70s, he was more like his brother, Dory, and the calm, cool, collected. But when the 80s hit, man, all that changed. He wasn't that calm, cool, collected Terry Funk. He was starting to act all crazy, especially here in Memphis. He turned it up like 100 notches here in Memphis.
And you know why? Because he hated Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, that's right.
He hated, when you talk about somebody that hated somebody.
Yeah.
Forget thank you Trish, thank you Terry, because if it wasn't for Terry, we would have never got the world famous empty arena match.
Right.
I'm not gonna say Memphis famous. That match was world famous.
World famous, because you notice you have other people doing empty arena matches.
Yes.
So that definitely paved the way for them to do that, and that was unheard of in wrestling. I remember it was yesterday, Saturday morning. Terry Funk talked to Lance Russell. It was a recording. He said he want the cameras to come out there because everybody loved Jerry Lawler. He got everybody on his side. Even you, Lance Russell, you're on his side, but I want you and the cameras to be there. I don't want nobody around. He didn't want no excuses that he can beat Jerry Lawler. And to my chagrin, Lawler came out with the cape and crown. I thought he was.
Then he went all white for that match.
He went all white. Yeah.
And let me tell you something about that, man. Like I said, you know better than I do. I mean, I've seen it, but they wasn't playing that. You talk about some matches, looks and you look like they wasn't taking it seriously. Oh no, they was taking it seriously.
It was serious to the point where Terry Funk took the steps. He busted up the steps and took a piece of wood off the steps and tried to stab Lawler in the eye with it.
Yes.
And then it backfired because they was fighting, and and then they broke off from each other. And then as Terry was getting up with the stick, Lawler kicked him in the hand, and it went right in his eye. And he was bleeding out from his eye, talking about my eye. He talking about Lance, get him, some help my eye. Yes, they took it serious. This one run of the meat, just a regular match. No, they took this serious. They went all up in the stands, throwing each other on the chairs. They went everywhere. Broke signs, broke the table where Lance was at. You name it. They did it.
Yes. one of few to be in the WCW and the
Yeah.
WWE Hall of Fame. I mean, this man and the NWA Hall of Fame.
Yes.
The man won the NWA World Title, like I talked about. The man was the two-time United States champion. The man was in the hardcore division, three-time hardcore. And this was in the 2000s.
Yeah. Terry Funk and his brother was the only two brothers to hold the NWA title. They the only
Yeah.
brothers.
The man was the two-time ECW World Champion, television champion, and don't even talk about the days in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, his Florida stuff was good. Yeah.
the man was brass knuckles champion, Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
propane.
When he Western States.
Let's go back and see. He was. Let's see. Let's go down the list. Because all Japan stuff he did. Florida, the Florida heavyweight champion, tag team champion, television champion, North American, Southern, Florida television, Florida. He won the Florida heavyweight tournament in '79. We talked about ECW. He won the Georgia tag belts and the Georgia television title. Let's see. He was the Gigolo heavyweight champion.
Oh.
NWA Hollywood. He won the international tag, world tag. America's Heavyweight Championship, Propane 3PW Heavyweight Champion. That's like another ECW.
Yeah.
The man won the feud of the year in 1989 with Ric Flair, but that was obvious.
That was obvious, of course.
The man won Wrestler of the Year in 1976.
That's around the time he won the NWA title.
Yep.
Because it was about 76, 77 when he won. Yeah.
Man being best brawler, best heel, hard work. I mean, the man has done it all.
Oh, yeah, best heel, no question. Oh, gosh.
And
that would have been an injustice if he didn't get that.
And one of the best insults out there, you egg-sucking dog.
Egg-sucking dog. That's right.
That falls under the character. That falls under the low budgets.
Yeah.
And banana nose.
Because it was almost to the point Memphis cut that out. They thought it was a bad term. I'm like, this Memphis, y'all, don't cut that out, egg-sucking dog. Yeah, that was to the point it was that bad. They almost cut it out, but they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, when Terry Funk came to town, you knew what time it was.
Yeah.
Legendary career.
Absolutely.
Now, let's talk about Bray Wyatt. And like I said, when I saw it, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, I know they playing.
Let's get our ice cream.
But come to find out, it was not. 36 years old.
Yeah, I first looked at Google and saw that like, yep, they talking about it all over the place.
They said it was his issues with COVID. He suffered a heart attack.
Yeah, they said he'd been having heart issues. Yeah.
And people
due to COVID.
Right, and people was wondering, what's been going on? Why hasn't been on TV? There was all kind of speculations. Like I said, we really didn't know.
No. There was one speculating talking about he was having mental issues, and others said he was having health issues. We didn't know,
He was having contract issues. It was always something.
Yeah. Right.
And now that we know, I mean, the man left behind, of course, his wife, JoJo, former WWE ring announcer, and 4 children. And they all little.
Mm-hmm. We always talk about Magnum TA and what could have been. He's in that category.
Oh no, he's the dark side of the ring, easy. Not on the negative side, but
it's a what could have been.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, when he came in, we knew him as Husky Harris.
Yeah.
Came back, toned down, started the Wyatt family. We found out real quick that guy can talk.
Yep.
We found out real quick that he can tell a story very well.
Yeah. He had that sociopath type persona about him, Yeah. Like of course a cult. And when he came back, the Firefly Funhouse was a game changer.
Yes, because you saw two
Dressing up
sides.
like Mr. Rogers and all that,
You
yeah.
saw two sides, and that was brilliant.
And he came up with all this, y'all. Think about this. It wasn't WWE. He came up with this.
No, you can look. You can tell certain things, and see that if that was more of the wrestler vice the company. That I don't think WWE couldn't have done nothing that good.
They couldn't done nothing that good. Like when he came back with the White Rabbit thing and the Uncle Howdy. He came up with that. See, Uncle Howdy was supposed to be a person that, you say, for example, I'm not that person anymore. I was never like that. And Uncle Howdy said, oh, yes, you are. You just don't want to admit it. He tells you your truth.
Yeah, so
That's
Uncle Howdy was pretty much his conscience.
His conscience, right, yeah. He said, you know who you are.
And we saw various versions of him.
Right.
I mean, he got caught on fire.
Uh-huh.
And had some damn good feuds. Won the title multiple times.
Yeah.
Didn't really get the run he should have.
Yeah. I think that was creative dropping the ball on that one.
Especially that one run he had when he was champion, when he was SmackDown champion, and he feuded with The Miz.
Yeah. And then I think the one that really messed it up for him was him and Seth Rollins.
On that Hell in a Cell? Oh, God.
Yeah. They tried. It's not their fault. Please believe, y'all, this is not their fault. That was creative doing that. They were just doing what they told.
And just like
it wasn't them.
When he fought Randy Orton and they was putting all these pictures of Buzz and stuff all in the ring.
Yeah.
The match he had with Cena, but it was cinematic, but all that stuff was brilliant.
But it was brilliant. It was just like the Boneyard match with Taker.
Yes.
Yeah, all that was brilliant. Yes. Nothing wrong with it. I had no problem with that, especially when John Cena came out with the NWO stuff on.
And they talked about that so much. They bought it in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is definitely Bray Wyatt is a definite what could have been. He's gonna be a what could have been. He's gonna be that guy that had they done more with him, he could have really done something. He didn't have to be on one brand.
Right, because they were talking about reuniting him and Alexa after her pregnancy. Once Alexa had her baby and stuff, they was going to reunite. That's why they were doing the segments when Uncle Howdy kept stalking her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was about to get back with Bray, and they were about to do that again. But it was under Triple H's control this time.
And I guarantee you, it would have been something. It would have been something to see.
Right.
Triple H would have done it right.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have two members of the Wyatt family in heaven.
You got Mr. Brody Lee, and then you got Bray Wyatt.
And they said SmackDown would do a 10-bell salute.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it hit a lot of people.
It did. I was just charging my phone, right?
Right.
And I got the as I cut it on, I got a lot of messages. I was just charging up and I saw yours. And you said Bray Wyatt died. I said, wait, what? And then somebody else texted me, Bray Wyatt died? Bray Wyatt died. Bray Wyatt. Just a ton of text messages. I said, what? I was in shock.
Yeah, it's been all over. So, I mean, like I said, once Triple H put the news out that he got permission from his dad, Mike Rotunda.
Right.
I mean, that hit.
Yeah, it did.
Because just think about it. I'm sure they had a lot planned for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, there were some things that Bray wanted to try, and he probably could have had that chance.
Yeah, that was the plan. That was, to when Alexa got back from her pregnancy, they was gonna start it over. They were gonna run it back with Uncle Howdy. They were gonna keep the stalking angle going. And that was the plan.
And I would tell you, I would have made him a free agent, and I'll have him go to all three men. I would have had him do something with Schism. Oh
yeah, because they comparing Joe Gacy to Bray Wyatt. Yeah,
And I wouldn't be surprised they turned him into another Bray Wyatt.
Oh, that won't surprise me. Yeah.
I would not be surprised.
Of course.
I wouldn't have been surprised he would have been part of the Wyatt family at some point.
Yep.
But yeah, that's and like I always say, man, life is too short. You never know.
Right. You tell the people that you love them whenever you get the chance. Your mom, your dad, your uncle, whoever. You tell them that you love them.
Like I
But
said,
life is too short.
like I said, he's 36 years old.
And you know they got that stigma of wrestlers don't live past 40. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That stigma, like Eddie Guerrero and all these other, like Tess, for example. Tess was 33.
And here's the thing about that: all the guys you mentioned were either on some type of steroid, on some type of drug. This man was just had COVID.
He just had COVID. Yeah.
It wasn't even nothing, to say he was on any pills. He wasn't on steroid. You ain't getting none of that.
Yeah.
It was just it's just unfortunate.
Yeah. It was just like when Tiny Lister passed.
Right.
He had COVID, and that hit us too. Like what? Yeah.
And to tell people that just because they stop enforcing a lot of stuff, that don't mean COVID over.
Right, it's still here.
That don't mean you still can't get it.
Right.
I know they laxed a lot of stuff, but you still gotta be careful because you never know.
Mm-hmm.
So rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace, Terry Funk.
Yes,
Our condolences go to both families. And WWE said all Bray Wyatt items sold, and they about to sell out.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And let me address that for a second. And this goes out to like anybody that has like toys or something like that, and you selling stuff and you try to overprice it, you wrong for that.
Mm-hmm. That means you didn't care not once about this man.
Either one of them. You start selling Terry Funk figures.
Now you're going to sell merchandise now that they pass. Really?
Now they pass, and now you want to spike the prices up.
Yeah.
That's foul. I can see like collar and elbow and pro wrestling tees or something like that. If they selling merch, either a percentage is gonna go to the family or all of it.
Right. Do like you did with Jay Briscoe. That went to his kids. All the shirts from Collar and Elbow. That went to his kids. Even Tony Khan for AEW. All the proceeds for that, the shirts sold went to his kids. Do something like that. If you want to really honor them, then do that.
But if you start,
don't jack up the price of your merchandise y'all got of them.
And you know it's coming.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know it is.
I hate seeing that out of fans like that. Because you're gonna have a couple of them around.
Oh no, yes.
That's gonna do that.
Oh no.
We know this.
Oh, it's coming. And I'm gonna look just to prove that point. So on the next show, I'm gonna bring it up and say, this is what I saw, this is what they're selling for. They wrong.
Yeah. That's man. It's just like at the war, back in the day, the folks try to make a profit off the war, like the Vietnam War and the Desert Storm and all that.
Yep.
Try to make a buck off of that instead of, helping the families out. It's the same thing with this. You try to make a buck off their death and then raise the price, as you said.
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't get a dime. You wrong.
You wrong for that.
And you need to be ashamed of yourself. So I want you when you do this and you go to bed at night, you think about it. The money you make gonna go away.
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
Right. If you want to honor them, keep what you got. Wear it to wrestling shows. Show them that you care.
But when you hustling like that, shame on you. But let's get into what we came here for. We came here to talk about All In. This Sunday, August 27th, Wembley Stadium, London, England.
Big deal, man. That's a big deal.
Yeah, this
For
is
those y'all don't know, this is a big deal for AEW. This is their WrestleMania.
yes, and their tagline: "This is the biggest event in wrestling history." Already outsold SummerSlam '92.
That is, man. And you know SummerSlam 92 was something serious. Yeah.
They sold out before they had a full card.
Yeah, but you know why? Because they haven't had a wrestling event there in a long time.
You have no big
So,
time event, especially in
not
no
no
stadium
big
like
time,
that.
right. Right.
So let's go through this card. Let's talk about it. Let's see
Let's talk about
if the card itself is going to live up to expectations.
it. Yes.
We got 2 matches on the 0 hour. We got the FTW Championship on the line. Jack Perry going 1-on-1 against Hook. Now Jack Perry was scheduled to retire the FTW Championship on Dynamite. That did not happen.
You got Hollywood, Jack Perry against Hook. Man.
Now,
He's acting more like his daddy from Beverly Hills every time I see him. I like that attitude, though. I do. I really do. This is a different side of Jungle Boy we haven't seen.
Yep, and he said don't even call him that no more. He coming out to classical music.
We call him Hollywood Jack Perry?
Yep, Hollywood Jack Perry.
Right.
Oh, this is definitely going to be a title change.
Hook getting it back,
this is definitely going to be a title change. It might be quick.
Yeah, Hook may put him in the red rum, probably before 5 minutes, you think?
Yeah, he gonna choke him out.
Mm-hmm.
Completely. Because we pretty much know that's belt is what pretty much is gonna make Hook better.
Yeah.
That's his title. Then we got the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships on the line. Aussie Open defending against MJF and Adam Cole. I'm gonna let you start first on this one.
This is kind of uneasy for me with MJF and Adam Cole. I feel, Darnell, I got that gut feeling, that MJF, I wouldn't even, people think I was crazy because I was asking people, what do y'all think of this? Everybody likes it, right?
Right.
Everybody like them together. So, could it be that Adam stabs MJF in the back?
Possible.
This is before the title, man. I'm talking about we'll talk about that later. Now, will they win the tag titles? I don't think they will. I feel there's going to be a stabbing in the back somewhere down the line in this.
Now,
but I think it's going to be where nobody expects it, like Adam Cole do it. Like, what do you think about that? Adam Cole stabbed MJF in the back?
I think they're gonna lay it on just a little longer, and I'm gonna tell you, because you can go a few ways with this. So let's say they do win the titles, MJF and Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Let's think back to 2 guys that were tag team champions that didn't like each other and fought each other. Remember Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels?
Yes.
They won the titles. They won the titles, and they ended up going up against each other. Now this is a little bit a different situation.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, if they win them, they're gonna have a very short reign.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be a setup for the Kingdom to win the Ring of Honor title, because of course Ring of Honor talent needs to have them.
Of course.
The factor in this is going to be Roderick Strong.
Didn't think about that.
That is the whole X factor.
Not think about it. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay.
They win
I didn't think about that.
They win them. That can be the prelude to them and the Kingdom.
So Roderick turning on Adam.
Yeah, Roderick turning on Adam.
Okay.
They're gonna win the titles. They're gonna win the titles.
I forgot about Roddy. Yeah.
They're gonna win the titles.
Okay.
There's gonna be a turn somewhere. Now let's flip it another way.
All right.
You talked about Adam Cole can turn on MJF. Now that can also be a setup of Adam Cole going to the Kingdom because Matt Taven and Mike Bennett were the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Originally.
Mm-hmm.
That can be a scenario.
Because the reason I said that is because it'll be obvious. Like, well, MJF going to turn on Adam anyway. I didn't want to say that. I wanted to think outside the box.
Well, think about this.
Okay.
Let's say Adam Cole turns. He's with the Kingdom. There are two guys that's out there. Because you remember MJF said he didn't have Adam Cole the only friend he has.
Yeah.
But there are two guys out there. I'm thinking we'll come to AEW to back him up. Alexander Hammerstone and Richard Holiday.
Yeah. Oh wow.
From MLW. His group in MLW.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Okay.
That group can the Dynasty.
Okay. I feel you on that one.
That's kind of far fetched, but there's a reason why Alexander Hammerstone lost the MLW title.
You think he's AEW bound?
I think they're both AEW bound.
Okay.
So if you have the Kingdom versus the Dynasty, that can one set up a good feud.
Bring the ball to big time. Yeah.
Two, that can enhance the trios division.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm thinking they're gonna win. The MJF and Adam Cole will win the Ring of Honor tag titles, but lose them to the Kingdom at the expense of Roderick Strong.
Yeah. And you notice something that's I don't know if you noticed this. Every time like they lose a match, Adam Cole turns his back on MJF, like hitting it.
Yep, they do it to each other. They do it to each other. Like they know in their mind, because this might turn out they might try to screw each other.
Yeah. Every time my Adam Cole turned his back, had his hands up. Go ahead. I know you're gonna do it. Yeah. MJF like, oh no, I don't want to. Yeah. I like that though. Each of them turn their back on the other, because they know Adam Cole can be a heel too.
Yeah, and I think he's a better heel.
Yeah, and they just like babyface because they like to say Adam Cole, baby. That's why.
Like I say, Adam Cole been a Ring of Honor guy. He's been world champion. I mean, he know Ring of Honor. Can you imagine bringing MJF to Ring of Honor television?
Yeah,
that can boost their sales.
Yeah,
to get people to get Honor Club.
The Honor Club, that's
even
true.
If it's temporary.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be interesting though.
Let's go to the main card. We got the AEW World Tag Team Championships on the line. We have FTR defending against the Young Bucks.
The situation with Cash Wheeler, they thought he wasn't gonna make it, but all he had to do, which they gave him mercy on this one.
Yeah, they did.
They told him just surrender your weapons. That's it. You free to go after that.
Yeah,
you just can't carry a firearm no more.
He got a hella get out of jail free card.
Literally. Sure did. We thought this match was gonna happen, but it is.
Now the question is, how is AEW gonna handle it? Because this can be a media frenzy. Now he's already there. If they retain, they can look at it and say, well, you just let him go. You just let it slide.
Mm-hmm.
If they lose him, you can say, okay, that was their punishment.
Okay.
So
that shouldn't be held accountable. That's a cash thing, but it's kind of like you know about just the military. Like if one person gets in trouble, everybody else.
Yeah, just like with Wesley and his partner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If he get in trouble, then you in trouble too. Yeah. Yeah. They could lose him. But the Bucks could get him. If that's the case, that'll tell us, okay, they punishing them. They punishing Cash.
Right.
But Dax is getting it too. Even though he wasn't part of that. But Yeah, the Bucks could win this. That'll send a message, you know. I can see the Bucks winning.
And being that this is a big show and this is their show and they're the EVPs, you really think
Yep.
they want to lose the title
And
lose the match like this in front of 80,000 people?
Right.
But then here's the question: they win the titles, who they gonna feud with?
You know they're gonna be using best friends
with the Blackpool Combat Club.
Blackpool Combat Club. You got
Bullet Club Gold.
The House of Black. And speaking of House of Black, I'm gonna get back to what we talking about. Malachi Black. He looks different without the beard.
Very.
I didn't recognize. I said, "That's Malachi." Yeah, he looks totally different. Look younger, actually.
Right, and look more sinister.
More sinister, right? Still got the black stuff around his eye. He's still doing that when we're who was it? Seth pushed his eye in the who pushed his eye into the pole into the step? Wasn't it Seth?
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth Rollins. Yeah. Still got it.
And like I said, this is one of those matches that's real hard. Yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking the Bucks gonna take this. I don't think they want to lose in front of 80,000 people.
No.
Being the EVPs. And like I said, if they let FTR retain, I mean, what are they proving?
Yeah.
He didn't get suspended. He basically got off scot-free.
Right.
So yeah, I'm picking new AEW Tag Team Champions.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
We got a 4-way match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Hikaru Shida defending against Toni Storm, Saraya, and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. I'm going out on a limb on this one. Now, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going with Britt Baker.
Oh.
And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
One, we all know Shida is transitional. You got 2 members of the Outcast in this match.
Yeah, that's facts there. I was going to go with Hikaru Shida retaining, but you just made that point. Yeah, she don't hold them belts. She like Sasha with the belt.
But there's one key factor as to why I said Britt Baker's going to win. Jamie Hayter.
And we ain't seen her in a while.
I think Jamie Hayter is going to show up, and that's going to be the reason why she wins. Because it's been a long time since Britt Baker's been champion.
True. That was a couple of years.
And Saraya's not ready. She's not ready right now.
I don't think she wants it like that. I think she just want to have fun.
And she's in. She's
I think
in.
She like
and the fact that she gets to wrestle at home.
Yeah, I think she just want to wrestle. I think she like Bryan Danielson. I think she just want to wrestle.
Like I said, it's about time for Britt Baker to get the title back. Because I don't think she got put in this match just to lose again.
Yeah.
And Toni Storm, I don't know this new dog character she's doing. I think
with the spray.
And I think Storm and Saraya, they're gonna break up a pinfall on each other.
Oh, of course, that's gotta happen.
So that's where that friction is gonna come from.
Oh yeah.
So Britt Baker's the X factor.
Yeah.
If you're the face of the women's division, like you said, this will be the good time for you to win it back on a big stage like this.
That's right.
But nobody don't seem to want to feel me on that. But I said Jamie Hayter's gonna be that factor.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, she can't wrestle, but she can show up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, we got a coffin match. We got Darby Allin and Sting against Swerve Strickland and now Christian Cage.
Didn't they take out AR Fox?
Yeah, he got kicked out of the embassy, the Mogul embassy.
Yeah.
He was fired, which I still don't get.
That's the only one I missed. Who kicked him out? No.
Yeah, Swerve kicked. Yeah, Swerve told.
Oh, Swerve kicked him out.
Yeah, kicked him out after they lost. He made Prince Nana fire him.
Okay.
And then him and Darby Allin made up. And and Christian Cage got added to the match, which I thought it was going to be Brian Cage because he came out. And then Christian Cage cut that promo on Nick Wayne. Let me tell you something about Christian Cage. And I said this earlier. I said from a run standpoint and from a promo standpoint, this is probably Christian Cage's best run.
I agree. You talking about pissing off a crowd.
I mean, when you talking about people's death in the family, when you even healed on your daughter.
Right, and talking about he's the champion when we all know Luchasaurus is.
Yes.
He took the belt when Luchasaurus won. I said, Chris, you ain't no champ. That's Luchasaurus' belt. I mean, people were just mad about that. It's like, man, give Luchasaurus his belt. That ain't yours. You know, you can hear the crowd telling them that.
But see, but that's brilliant though.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's brilliant. And something else I want to talk about, but later when we get to the end. Matter of fact, we could talk about it now.
What's that?
Because looked it up. Everybody's talking about there's a possibility that Edge might show up. I don't see it happening because I believe from what I read, his contract ends in September. I do see him going to AEW. I see it at Full Gear.
Yeah, he kind of cleared that up. He put a Twitter message out. He said, no, it wasn't the fact that they rejected my offer. I didn't even put an offer out there. He said, I ain't got no ill will against. He said, I just don't know what the future holds for me. That's all.
You gonna know when Tony Khan. Tony Khan gonna throw everything at him. He gonna give him whatever he wants.
Yeah. I mean, if RVD can do it, RVD did it.
And I talked about this earlier. Can you imagine Edge coming in with all that young talent?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
The Darby Allins and him and Christian gonna reunite.
And we can get Edge and Christian against the Hardys one more time.
Yep.
He can go up against Chris Jericho because they never settled that little dispute they had.
And then I did forget about this too. This is their last run.
Yeah.
They confirmed that. They said this is it. When our contracts expire, he said we done. Well, that makes a point there. If Edge comes there and this their last run, I mean, why not do it?
He dealt with issues with Bryan Danielson from WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then you got, like I said, we might get Edge and Sting.
Edge, oh gosh, didn't even think about that. Yes, Edge and Sting.
I mean, we can get Edge and Christian. Just think if you had the comedy Edge and Christian against the Acclaim.
Oh my God.
So come on. And like I say, all that young talent. Darby, Ricky, Jack, all that amount of young talent. CM Punk there.
Yep.
His boys there. FTR, his boys there.
FTR, his boys, right?
And Christian, come on. He going. I would be shocked. And don't be surprised. I said this too. Don't be surprised Beth Phoenix go with him.
You think so?
Don't be surprised Beth Phoenix go with him. Don't. She may not do the full rank he get, but don't be surprised she show up. Why wouldn't she? You bring in a Hall of Famer, and she didn't leave. She didn't retire because she was hurt.
Yeah,
she retired because she didn't like the direction of where the women's division was going.
Yeah, and then she wanted the family. And I could think of Beth Phoenix going against the Britt Bakers and the Carl Sheegers and stuff like that.
I would have loved to see Beth Phoenix and Jade Cargill if she stayed.
Yeah.
Beth Phoenix, Chris Statlander.
Yeah.
Beth Phoenix, Nyla Rose. Beth Phoenix and Sheeta. Beth Phoenix and Athena.
Yep. Willow Nightingale.
Come on. Then you got the young talent like Sky Blue.
Sky Blue, yep.
You got Mercedes Martinez, a legend.
You got two veterans that can go at it, right?
Like I said, when we talked about me and the guy out there, we basically booked Edge We
We
booked
booking
Edge
this
for
for y'all.
at least 2 years worth
Yeah,
of feuds, and none of them had nothing to do with a title.
yeah. So
But
we booking this 2 years ahead of time. Yeah.
but back to this coffin match. We already know where this is gonna go.
Yeah, Darby loves them coffin matches.
We know where this is gonna go because this is the prelude to All Out
And that's what Nick.
when Darby gets his TNT title shot.
And that's like the next weekend, right?
Yeah, I mean only 2 matches were announced for it, but as of
Yeah.
now,
They was in Chicago, right?
yep.
They love Chicago. Love going to Chicago.
So yes,
Because Punk, that's his hometown. Yeah.
so like I said, Darby Allin is gonna get it, and what I liked about Tony Khan said, Sting is as long as he want to.
Yeah, he pretty much, yeah, I heard about it. He said Sting can, he, whatever he want to,
So that's
he
telling me,
gone
I'm like,
to
man, he must don't have a contract if he's saying that.
Yeah. He said Sting can stay as long as he want. Yeah.
And he's talking about this is Sting's best run. I disagree with that, but I
Oh,
think
man. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's his best run because Sting had some good runs and some good stories.
I'm going to tell you what was his best run. I'm going to tell you Sting's best run. When he became the Crow.
Yep.
When he did the Crow Sting, feud with the NWO, that was his best run. Now, the reason I say that, everybody going to say, no, it was when he beat Ric Flair. Yeah, but the thing is, he kept being that transitional champion.
Yeah.
But remember, he lost the belt to Ric Flair, in January of 91. And then, he was U.S. champ, and then Rude came in and beat him for it. He ain't hold it long.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna tell. Let me tell you why I agree with you. When Sting left, Sting went 18 months, didn't wrestle one match, was still on the show, and was still pushed harder than half the talent that wrestled.
Yeah, you saw him up in the rafters with the buzzer.
And wasn't saying nothing.
Didn't say a word.
And still was popular.
Yeah.
And he still put fear in the NWO.
Yeah. I'll even go as far with the Wolfpack Sting as well. Came U.S. champion.
Yeah. Now, the Wolfpack Sting, I think the only flaw I had with that, he was trying to be too hip.
And yeah, he tried to be too hip hop like, yeah.
Yeah, you tried to be the dude that know you cool but still can't do it.
Right.
It's like when
when No Limit came in.
It's like when you call Vanilla Ice the wrong name. You call him Vanilla Shake.
Yeah. He tried to be too hip, right?
You trying to be like your boy on Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's see. We got a 6-man tag team match. We got the Golden Elite, Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Hitman Page against Konosuke Kateshka, Juice Robinson, and Jay White.
Rock Hard, Juice Robinson. Yeah. Everybody kept saying, you have to say his whole name. I like, all right, y'all. Rock Hard, Juice Robinson. Okay?
I ain't calling no grown man Rock Hard.
Right. He wanted me to say that. I'm like, why?
I'm like,
he said, you got to say it like a pimp named Slickback.
I'm like, no, I said, I ain't. What Seg say? I ain't calling another dude delicious.
Delicious, right. Just like, what was it, Byron Wilcox's name? What was his name? Big Daddy Yum Yum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Now there's talk that, okay, everybody keep asking me about Adam Page. Will Adam Page turn heel?
I don't think so.
I mean, what reason would he have?
I mean, first of all, he just got back with these guys.
Right.
But what's the point of turning heel? No. Just got back with them.
I mean,
Kenny just went on a heel run, came babyface again. Now they back together, so to speak. So what's the point of turn? That was just wouldn't have been about nothing. Like,
Right.
what was the point?
I might say, what you gonna turn him heel for? I mean, I will say this about Adam Page. He getting stale.
Oh yeah. You right. You are absolutely right. I mean, he just come out he ain't that Adam Page like he was in the Bullet Club, you know.
Right. He wasn't even
That
Adam
Adam
Page
Page.
when he really started, doing the cowboy stuff.
Right. He don't say the cowboy S word no more. You know. He talking about he's on his cowboy S word.
And all you doing run around in tacky shirts.
Yeah. You don't even drink. He got that. No, I'll take that back. He got back to the drinking. That was short lived. About what, a couple of weeks?
He run around with the eye patch. I'm like, we know you can see.
Yeah. And he used to come out there with a beer can. He used to come out there talking about he on his cowboy S word, and yeah.
And for the record, I know we could cuss, but we trying to be presentable. But I know we don't know we can cuss. We just not. So just letting y'all know this.
Right. We trying to. The kids watch us too. Listen to us. Yes, the kids listen too, because they love wrestling. We were the kids too, like wrestling. So yeah, they listening in.
Like I said, the fact that it's gonna beat Takeshita, don't be surprised he walk off again.
Takeshita now, yeah, because Callis got him wrapped around his finger. So
Don't
yeah,
get
Takeshita that dude, man. I'll tell you, Takeshita.
Don't he look like the dude?
You look like somebody you don't want to mess with.
He look like the dude from Bloodsport that Van Dam was fighting at
Yeah.
the end. Look just like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with the Golden Elite on this one.
Yeah. They ain't gonna turn no heel. Pay man. No, he just got back with him. Yeah.
And we got the one match. I hate to say this, but I'm really not interested in it because of the talent that's in it. And it's Stadium Stampede, which, by the way, should be out today or tomorrow.
Yeah, y'all talking about on the Fight Forever?
On AEW Fight Forever.
Yeah, it came out today. Yeah.
So, you get on that. So we have Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, and Trent Beretta against Penta El Zero Miedo, John Moxley, Claudio, Willie Yuta, and the returning Santana and Ortiz. Now let me stop right there. Did you notice that Santana and Ortiz, although they came back, like they had no chemistry with each other?
It's like they didn't, it was like, not to say they wanted to be there, like they just there, like, okay, what you want us to do? You want to go out there? Okay, whatever. They was just no enthusiasm.
Yeah, they was distant from each other.
Yeah. Santana looking like Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
Everybody thought that was Bo Dallas debut. I said, no, that's Santana. Yeah.
And I said they had to switch it because Ray Phoenix having visa trouble. He can't get in Canada.
I mean, is this even a no DQ or street fight or something?
It's a Stadium Stampede.
Because Eddie Kingston in street fights is pretty good.
Yeah. So if you've never seen a Stadium Stampede match, it's pretty much what we say. Anything goes.
Anything goes, yeah. I mean, but it ain't like the one that the Inner Circle had. I like that one actually. That one was good. I don't know about it. Like you're right. I don't know about this one, Darnell.
I don't like the talent in it.
I mean, you got Eddie Kingston. There's like, the opposites attract. Opposite. They just complete opposites in this match. Eddie Kingston and the best friends or whatever. I'm used to Eddie with like Santana and Ortiz and because him and Eddie and Santana Ortiz look more together. They were LAX at first.
Right. And which leads to what I was saying next. That's gonna be the factor.
And with Conan with him, yeah.
I said Santana and Ortiz, they look like they not gonna jail.
I think they uninterested.
No, they look like they uninterested. Being a team again, which is gonna tell me why they gonna lose.
Yeah.
This is no chemistry. You got you got all these teams. Then you got Kingston, the Best Friends,
Complete
Orange
opposite.
Cassidy, and Penta.
Yeah, that's just complete opposite. Now I can see Eddie and the Lucha Brothers together. Yeah, I can see that. But
I
they're just polar opposites.
I said like, y'all just threw a bunch of folks together and just said,
That's what
okay,
it
roll
was.
with it.
That's what it was. They just threw them together like, here, y'all ain't got it. Y'all ain't on the card. We're just gonna throw this match up together.
And like I said,
Yeah,
I'm very not interested in it. But if I have to pick a team, I'm gonna go with the Kingston team.
Kingston team. Yeah, yeah.
This is probably gonna be the softest Stadium Stampede match they have.
Yeah, it's gonna remind me. Well, I won't go that far. Remember the match, Taker and Kane and Shawn Michaels and Triple H? That
You
slow
know, I'm gonna do one
Lashley
worse than
had
that. I'm gonna do
in
that.
Saudi Arabia.
No, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
one better. Halloween Havoc '91. That cage match.
Oh God, where Abdullah the Butcher got
Got electrocuted.
electrocuted. Yes.
Now this is the match. The next match I'm very interested in because it can go either way. If you saw the promo that they cut,
Mm-hmm.
it's really hard to decide. But on the flip side, I'm disappointed. I'll tell you why in a minute. Real Ospreay, Chris Jericho. I'm disappointed that one, this match is not for the U.S. title, or let me correct myself, it's now the IWGP United Kingdom title.
Oh, they changed.
Because for those who don't know, Will Ospreay changed the belt.
So it's not the IWGP US
No,
title no more.
it's still technically the U.S. belt, but Will
Oh,
Ospreay.
he's doing the Lance Storm thing.
Yeah, he's doing the Lance Storm thing.
Okay.
He kept the belt, but he took the American flag and put a UK flag. So he has a personalized IWGP United Kingdom title.
Okay. Oh yeah, he going Lance Storm on this one.
Which
Okay.
is, I mean, the title's not on the line. He came on Dynamite, didn't have the belt. I thought he lost it,
Mm-hmm.
but nope. And I love the story they told.
Have they even wrestled each other before?
No, they were scheduled to during the
They
pandemic,
never
but it
came
didn't
to
happen.
fruition. Yeah.
And if you
He just
remember,
never. Yeah.
remember the time when Chris Jericho told him, you know, he got a hold of him, told him to chill out on the stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
And then Chris Jericho talked about, people downing him. I think Chris Jericho's going to win this simply because the title's not on the line.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Fozzy playing him to the ring. On top of that, Fozzy playing him to the ring.
Yeah, that's right. Sure will. You think he can keep up with Will Ospreay?
I think so. And then Will Ospreay said something very interesting. He talked about when his contract expired. He actually mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
His contract getting ready to expire in New Japan in a few months.
Mm-hmm. He's not going to WWE.
No, he's not going to WWE.
He made that clear. He told us that.
Yeah, I think he's going to stay in New Japan. I think he likes New Japan. He definitely said he's not moving to the States.
So he's going to renew his contract.
He'll probably renew it and just
get a bigger deal. Yeah.
Get a bigger deal. Or if you go to AEW, they still had their relationship with New Japan. He'll just be more exclusive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I think Jericho's going to win this.
I mean, after everything that transpired with the breakdown of, the Jericho Appreciation Society.
And on top of him, with him and Don Callis.
Yeah, him and Don Callis. Yeah.
Like I said, no title on the line. I mean, what Ospreay need to beat him for? When they run it back, if they run it back in Japan, which I really think they're going to do, then Ospreay can get his win back.
Yeah, I agree.
We got the singles match for the real World Championship. We got CM Punk defending against the Ring of Honor Television Champion Samoa Joe.
Now, this is a match that everybody wanted to see. This is a nostalgia match for everybody. Punk and Joe know each other from back in the Ring of Honor days, early Ring of Honor days.
And during that period, Punk could not beat Joe at all.
Right, this one may steal the show. I believe so.
I
Because
guess.
everybody's hyped for it.
Oh yeah, I
You know
definitely
they was
agree.
gonna interact sooner or later.
Oh yeah. Now I'm surprised they didn't go title for title.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I was surprised they didn't do that. But I'm just curious about something because we know some more Joe's gonna take the L on this one. But what's gonna happen after that? What's Punk gonna do the next week at All Out?
Right, right. Because I mean, they already paired him with FTR, so that's pretty much permanent. No matter what, you're gonna be paired with FTR. So they probably a little group. You know what I'm saying? Well, they a group actually. So maybe go for the trios titles.
Possibly.
FTR. I mean, I can see it. If they lose the tag belts, they can go for them. CM Punk and FTR. Yeah.
But
Right.
speaking of the trios titles, we got the House of Black defending against the Acclaim, and now it's no longer Daddy Ass. He said it.
Yeah, he going this DX Billy.
BA Billy Gunn is coming back. And we
I
talked
see.
about this a while back
Yeah.
about Billy Gunn and winning championships. Do you still? Cause we like, no, he really don't need it. He shouldn't do it. I mean, do you still have that thought process
What he don't need it?
as far as him winning the title at this stage in his career?
I mean, he can. I mean, just be another notch in his belt. A lot of older, veterans. I say that like are older, they're still winning belts. This is just another notch for him.
I don't have a
Because
problem with it simply because he's helping another team get over.
yeah, he helping the Acclaim. So yeah,
I
I mean,
think it,
I see new champions.
oh no, I definitely see new champions. He didn't do all this coming back just
You
to
didn't do
lose.
all that talking about I'm BA Billy Gunn, to lose.
No, they winning them this time.
Yeah,
They,
you gonna see BA Billy. And for those that don't know, if y'all don't never seen him be BA, look back in the Attitude Era,
yes.
and you'll see for yourself. I don't want to spoil it for y'all, but look and see for yourself. You'll see why he was called BA Billy.
Oh yeah, this is definitely
This is a
a
title
title
change.
change.
After everything the Acclaim went through, the beatdowns and all this other stuff, you know, it's gonna happen. And then with him, the retirement thing that he did, put
Yep.
the boots in the ring, all that for them to lose? No,
And
no
so,
way.
yep. So we definitely agreement. New champions.
Right.
That was an easy day, and now we got the main event. We talked about it at the start.
Mm-hmm.
I said they're going to be in 0 Hour, going after the Ring of Honor tag titles. Now
It's
they
definitely
now they're going to main event 1-on-1 AEW World Championship MJF and Adam Cole.
another show stealer. This gonna be a show stealer.
I hate to say this, but I think it's gonna be a screwy finish. It's gonna be
You
a
think it's
screwy
gonna be
finish
some
that's
other?
gonna.
You
And
think like we talked about Roddy
I wouldn't even
gonna
say.
play a factor? Oh, you don't think so?
I think it's gonna be a situation. It may be a double pin, something that's gonna make them run it back at All Out.
Okay, I
But then
see that.
somebody told me something interesting.
Okay.
I was told this. You talked about the Roddy thing. Could Roddy help Adam Cole win the belt and he lose it? He lose it again the next week, and MJF win it back.
Mm-hmm.
Would that make sense? I mean, having Adam Cole win it and lose it a week later.
Yeah. It got to be something. It got to make it mean something if they gonna do that. What the reason him losing? We got to have a why. Instead of him just losing, people are, oh, that didn't make sense.
And then to lose it a week later. I mean,
Yeah.
regain it a week later.
Yeah. Because I know they ain't gonna go the Luger Hogan route with the whole Wild thing.
Oh Lord, hope
He
not.
won the belt and then lost it to Hogan at Hog Wild or whatever, Road Wild. Yeah.
Because we know MJF is going to hold that title for a while.
Yeah.
Whoever takes it off him is going to be somebody, I would say, that earned the right to beat him.
Right. Because he's talking about the bidding war of 2024, and this 2024 is getting close.
Right.
January of 2024. So we're getting close
And
to
so,
his contract expiring. Yeah.
let's say you got All Out coming up. You got Full Gear in November.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see, a situation where I don't see a situation where, I don't even think that one gonna penny. It's not gonna be a clean finish. There's
No,
gonna be a whole lot of interference. And like
it's
I
gonna
said,
be like you said.
they
It's gonna
they,
be some
they might do
controversy where they
something.
run it back.
They might do something. They might both put foreign objects on their hands and knock each other out.
Yeah. It's gonna be something to where they're gonna have to run it back at All Out.
And you got people that's not agreeing. I'm like, think about it. I mean, I don't see the storyline ending right now.
No.
It's too early in the game, and it's getting good.
Right, it's just like they doing with Becky and Trish. They run it back. Hey, now it's a steel cage, and now it's gonna be the end. So it's gonna be the same with this. Something gonna happen in this match to where it's gonna be controversy, and then it's gonna be to the point where we're gonna, we're gonna run it back at All Out, and that's when we'll see who's the champion to be.
Right.
That's all that is.
And they'll
They've
answer
been doing this like this for years. Controversy.
and they'll answer a lot of questions come Full Gear because they'll have a good 2 months
Yeah.
to play with it.
Yeah.
So we definitely gonna see. But y'all, that was your AEW All In predictions. I know you had something else you wanted to bring up before we get out of here.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, I just wanted to say, last week I watched the 50th anniversary of hip hop. I didn't watch the whole 7 hours of it, but I saw a little bit of it. It was really good. They was in Yankee Stadium, and man, they had all the acts like LL and Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. I think Lil Kim was on there. Man, it was really good. Even though they didn't like do a whole concert, they kind of like did like one verse of a song or whatever, and then go to the next artist. Like with Dougie Fresh kind of stayed on there the longest. But it was good though. I enjoyed that. Slick Rick, he came out there, had the eye patch, had the lime green eye patch on and all that stuff. Yeah, doing his little hits. Big Daddy came out there.
And
Yeah.
I want them all those names you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Rappers, lyricists, legends. I will
Yeah.
tell you, I do not like these artists that's out right now.
No.
All these young boys and all these dude with all
All
these
Kodak
letters in their
Blacks
name.
Right, like Kodak Black and Gunna and
Like nobody really rapping about nothing.
no.
And then on top of that, you're auto tuning.
Right.
I like the 80s and 90s rappers.
Right.
I'm a big LL Cool J fan. That's my favorite rapper ever.
Right.
And everybody want to laugh about that. I say, well, think about it.
Think about LL, really? Yes.
LL probably can get on here and probably out freestyle any young person on here.
Right.
LL can rap for anybody. He can rap for the streets. He can rap for the ladies. He can rap to any genre.
Yeah.
He can. If you haven't really heard LL freestyle, he can freestyle with the best of them.
Right, because Buster's there, KRS-One. Yeah. My favorite was Big Daddy Kane because I liked his swagger. Ain't no half stepping and all them songs he put out.
Right.
I just liked his swagger. He was a suave and swagger rapper. Just had the ladies around him and yeah. I like Big Daddy Kane. Yeah, LL was great too. He had his talking about my radio and all these other hits he had.
Yes.
I'm bad is my favorite.
And can still, like I say, even AJ could still go in there and they'll do something hard if he wanted to.
He could, it like the current rapper now. He could go do I'm bad. That in the '80s and I worked in. Even Mama Said Knock You Out was that's considered his signature song.
And speaking of, he was just down here when the last night or the night before.
Yeah, he was last night, last night or two. MC Light, yeah, she was down here.
And there was a
Uh,
whole bunch of legends came out
yeah,
and showed out.
just to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Yeah,
So we telling all these young kids. I mean, y'all. I know y'all got y'all social media. I call them the social media rappers.
right. You got your Gunners and 21 Savages and
Got all
you
these
know,
social media rappers y'all like. I mean, that's
yeah,
y'all thing. I can't
yeah,
I can't rock with it. That's just me.
right,
I'm sticking to my legends.
yeah,
Because when they rap, they rapped about something.
right,
They made a point. They ain't had to repeat the
yeah,
same thing 60,000 times. They didn't have to get
right,
on an auto tune to change their voice,
right.
and they could rap to any beat.
Like you had the Memphis style. Of course, you know the New Orleans style. You know they had different styles, and all of them was good. You know that was music. I mean, make them. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Make them say, they don't know nothing about that up north. Down south, that is a party song.
Yes.
You know, and what did Manny Fred call that the New Orleans that sound there called
See,
the what is it?
we had the bounce music.
Bounce. That's it. He said, because Manny said, I don't think they would say people weren't ready, but we from New Orleans, we know,
But
we know.
all that twerking y'all see now. See, we was doing that. We been doing that. Back then we
Right,
called it pee popping.
right. That's when Juvenile introduced that when he did that back that thing up.
And they were doing it before then. He just made it
Yeah,
mainstream.
he just made, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he made it mainstream.
And,
They wanted, New Orleans wanted everybody to see this is what we do. Memphis the same way. We came out with the crunk music.
yep.
Not Atlanta, Memphis. Yeah, with the 3-6 8-ball MJG and Skinny Pimp and uh, Tommy Wright and all these guys,
Yep.
Gangsta Black, Player Fly. All right. So yeah, that was music. Music was music. Not this stuff that had like hopscotch. Like I'm a hopscotch to this music.
All right. What?
Like I'm just hopscotch.
Like I said, I ain't gonna. And one thing, I ain't gonna knock your hustle.
Right,
I ain't gotta
right.
like it.
Yeah. You
It,
making money, so hey, yeah,
That's just not my flavor, Mike. They
it's
might
not your
like,
place.
they might be the thing. That's just not my flavor. If I'm put some hip
Right.
hop on, I'm gonna pull out a CD. Which yes, I still play CDs in my house. 'Cause
Of course.
I still got a big boom box. I got a 5 disc CD changer. I still got a bunch of CDs.
Right.
And if I want to listen to something, I got a bunch of mixtapes and old 90 hip hop. I got like 3, 4, 5 books. I still got my books of CDs from the
Books,
90s.
exactly. Y'all know nothing about them books and CDs and the CD and the cassettes that you play. Sometimes the tape pops in the middle, in the middle
Yes.
of the song. The
I
tape
still got all
pops.
that. Clean the CD because it's old as I don't know what. Clean it real good. Pop my CD. Now
Yeah,
listen to my old stuff.
yeah. I still back in the day, my folks still got the 8-track.
Yep.
We still got them. Got Curtis Mayfield and Otis Redding and
Yeah,
all
you
them.
know all that stuff you hear was sampling.
Yeah, you hear that old school they was doing. Yeah, that's why I like the rappers. That do the old school stuff.
Yep.
Like they 3-6 do it all the time. Like with the scores, I choose you. They did that off of Willie Hutch.
Yep.
I choose you. Yeah.
So I just found out that Peacock just did an upload
Uh
of
huh.
Bray Wyatt's greatest hits. So if you have Peacock, go ahead and check that out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna check that out right now just to see. I want to get that confirmed. So I'm going on Peacock
If they're
right
gonna do
now.
that, they need to go back to where he first debuted that gimmick, or go back further than that. Go to Husky Harris in NXT.
Yep, definitely do that. So I'm checking right now. I just saw it on a post on Facebook,
Yeah,
but I want to get that confirmed for y'all. So if it is true, you definitely go in there and look at it, check it out, get your thoughts on it. Let's see. Let's go to WWE. Just checking real quick. I said they weren't playing.
yeah. Rest in peace,
Yep, they
man.
have. It's called the Best of Bray Wyatt. So you have Bray Wyatt's greatest matches.
Yeah,
You
still.
have, and they just have a whole section called the Best of Bray Wyatt. The Bray Wyatt greatest matches. You got Cena versus the Fiend. You got some Monday
Yeah,
Night Raw stuff. You have Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt from SummerSlam. You got the Hell in
mm,
a Cell match. Some Friday Night SmackDown. Some NXT. You got Cena versus Bray Wyatt from Payback 2014. Bray
mm-hmm.
Wyatt's most horrifying moments. You got the Chamber.
Yeah.
There's a whole Best of Bray Wyatt section on there.
I'm still in shock, man. Still.
It says,
I mean, that came out the blue. Man. 36 years old, man. God.
so before we go, like I said, man, this like I said, this came out of nowhere. I mean, we can get called home at any time.
Yeah.
So if you want some nonsense with people, just let it go.
Yeah, please.
I mean,
Please.
if you have an issue with somebody and you can fix it, fix it. Because there's nothing wrong with saying I'm sorry.
Right.
Ain't
That
nothing
don't make
wrong
you
with
no
saying,
punk or nothing.
I was
Yeah.
wrong.
Right.
Ain't
That
no,
don't make you no punk or nothing like that. No.
ain't
That
nothing,
makes you a man.
right?
Or
Ain't
a
nothing wrong with
woman.
telling somebody you love them.
Right.
Or just call them and be like, hey, man, I just wanted to just make sure you alive. Just want to see how
Right.
you're doing. If you need
Right.
something, call me.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't have to have a 12-hour conversation.
Right.
Because once they gone, then
They
what?
go. Yep.
See, I
That's
made
it.
that mistake a few times. When somebody wanted my presence and I didn't go, then the next day, they were gone.
Yeah.
Hell,
You
I
got
almost
to
lost
live.
my life a few years ago. I thought when I had that incident when I collapsed in Walmart, that could have been it.
Yeah. I remember you called me and told me about that. I was like,
That
man.
that could have been it right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't even known it. Yeah. Till you called, I was like, man. Yeah.
So if you got issues with somebody,
Let it
just
go.
let it go.
Let it go. Please.
I mean, you ain't got to talk to the person no more.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all ain't cool, y'all not cool. But you gotta stop holding grudges.
Right.
Because having all that hate in your heart,
It's gonna eat you up, and that's what kills you there. The stress. And stress will kill you more than anything.
the stress will kill you and that guilt will kill you. Because if you had an
right.
issue with somebody and you find out the next day something happened to them, you know you're going to feel hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, this man he didn't do nothing wrong. For what we know, he wasn't on drugs.
Yeah.
For what we know, he wasn't abusive to his wife. From what we saw, he loved his family.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he stole my woman JoJo, but we're gonna let that pass. we gonna let it go.
Yeah.
But he seemed happy from what he put out there.
Yeah.
And boom, and just like that, boom, gone.
Yeah. He was about to come back. They were trying to find the right spot. But we didn't know he was sick. I didn't know he was sick. I didn't know. There was a lot of rumors going around about his contract. They come out, oh, he had an argument with Creative and stuff like that. Then come to find out this man had COVID and he was having heart problems. And that together is a deadly combination.
Yes.
Because normally they say it gets the elderly the quickest, but it can get anybody.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are.
That's why you gotta go
Especially
out
if you
here.
have the heart problems and you can't breathe. Yeah,
You
that's
gotta
gonna
go
kill.
out here. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, that's another thing
And I'm
too.
gonna say this: get medical insurance.
Hey, thank you, thank you. Please get medical insurance.
Get
Gosh,
medical insurance. It's not expensive.
no.
Get medical insurance. Get life insurance.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no time like the
If you
present.
can spend money on these $400-$500 cell phones and these expensive persons and rims and all that, you can go get some life insurance and pay $8, $9, $10 a month, depending on what you get.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no time like the present.
I said, think about stuff like that. But we about to get out of here. We're going to enjoy
Mm-hmm.
this weekend. Next week, yeah, we should be
Was
able to do a show because I'll be in New Orleans next weekend. I'm going to spend my Labor Day in the Big
hey,
Easy.
man, have fun, man, cause
So we,
it's
so we
been man, it's been a scorch out here. Be careful, man.
yes.
We got an excessive heat warning till Sunday over here, so man, just be careful out there too. Drink
Oh,
water, man.
let
That's
me let
another
me
thing.
address this before we go because I got a little upset today.
Who
Before we
got
go,
upset?
so today I went and got my car detailed. You know, detailing costs a pretty penny to get a good one done, right?
Yeah.
So spent about $180. Got my car detailed, but on my hood was like I think it was like some spray paint got on it. Some spray paint got on the car. So I tried to get it off, and
Mm-hmm.
it left like a big black area, and it just looked bad.
Mm-hmm.
Took it to the detail shop. They buffed the car, looked nice all the way around except on the hood. They said they couldn't get the paint off. They couldn't get it off.
Couldn't get
Didn't
it
take no
off.
money off, didn't do nothing. So I
Mm-hmm.
took it to a paint shop.
Mm-hmm.
The guy told me at the paint shop, he told me to take it to this little joint on Summer and Tillman. That's out here in Memphis. Now, if you know
No,
Summer and Tillman, I don't need to
I
say
know.
no more.
Yeah, I know that area. Oh yeah.
So I took it to Summer and Tillman. Went to the hole in the wall auto place.
Auto plays, yes. Yes.
Gave the dude $50. Got my hood looking spank brand new again.
Oh yeah, them the best places. Those hole in the wall ones, they charge less and they do
So
a
all
real
that
good job.
equipment at this car wash that's supposedly detailing couldn't do it. When this man had a bucket of chemical, whatever it was they did, and a rag, got it
Mm-hmm.
off, and shined it, make it look brand new, gave him $50.
Yeah, it's like those old home remedies back in the day with
Yeah.
the castor oil and all that. Yeah,
Went
he took a
in,
rag and put
went,
some chemical. There you go.
went inside to pay. The most expensive thing they had in there was the laptop and the card reader.
Yeah.
Had the old couch they didn't have since the '70s. You sit in, you fall through it.
Yes.
Got the
And the dust, you hit it once, that dust
got,
fly.
got
Yeah.
the air conditioning so brown on the outside, but it's still
Right.
keeping it cool in there.
Still keeping it cool. Yeah, it'd be like super cold. Yeah.
Smell like Newports and pig feet.
Your feet in there. Yes.
And
And oil.
and the mama the mom she just sitting in there just smoking it up, watching her soaps on the box TV.
Yeah. That little body. Yeah. Well, you got to get up and train the channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I went in there. I was like, cause he said, yeah, give him $50. I was shocked they had a card reader.
Oh yeah, them the best ones. So that's like the
I
whole
went in
remedy.
there. I went there, pulled to the side. He told me to ring it up. Gave in an hour. He was done that quick. Got my hood looking spring band, brand new again.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent almost
Yeah.
200 of them now, and I could have just went to him and got it done less
That's for
the
$50.
first time.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna file a complaint with this car wash place
Yeah.
and let
Do
them
that.
know. Yeah, from the sides on back, you did a good job, but you got all this equipment. You couldn't get this out. But I
Right.
take it to a dump and they do it and got it
Mm-hmm.
looking a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Don't even look like nothing happened to it.
Right.
So I'm definitely gonna complain. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send them a nice little email and address this. And they really need to give me some money back because you didn't do what you told me you can do.
You can just say, you know what? All I want is my money back.
Yeah, because I was very unhappy. And I'm sure gonna address it and let them know. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. Don't sleep on them hole in the wall joints.
Please, no.
They may look raggedy. You may get the dude that's smoking a cigarette working on your car, but don't get an ash on enough to blow the car up while he's smoking, but no ash get in the engine.
Right. He smelled like oil and the pig feet. Yeah.
And the dude that was working on my car, this was funny. We looked the same age. He looked 20 years older than me, and we the same age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He said he was 44. I'm like, who? I mean, that dude looked 20 years older than me, and we're the same age.
$50.
And man, I said, how much? I said right now, cause he wanted to do the whole car. I said, no, I just want to focus on the hood right now. He was like, give me $50.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was about to say, give me $50 and go around the corner, give me a 3-piece white.
Yeah. Some of them do that, yeah.
And matter of fact, give me a pack of Marlboros and give my mom a pack of Bel Air 100s.
Right. Well, you know, everybody with Newports and the Cools. Yeah, they still sell Cools.
Yep. And if you're real old school, get the what they go, Virginia Slims.
Virginia Slims, yep.
They don't know nothing about that. That's past them.
That's past them.
They don't know nothing about that. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. But Monday night, this coming Monday Night Raw, we will be in the FedEx Forum for Monday Night Raw. We got September 22nd and 23rd, I believe. Impact Wrestling will be here.
That's right.
Graceland Live, I believe the tickets are, general admission, I think it was $25 each. I believe general admission was $25. I believe it was $25 or $50. I believe it was $50. I believe general admission was $50.
Yeah.
But they're gonna do 2 tapings at Graceland Live. I might go to one, might just go to both, but I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll definitely be at Monday Night Raw. But that's all I got to say. You got anything else?
No, that's it, man. Just wanted to address the 50 years of hip hop. You know, that was it. And make sure y'all stay hydrated, man. It's hot.
Yes.
It is very hot. 115 degrees today.
Yeah, and I was out there and all that. But yeah, like you said, stay hydrated. Have a good time this weekend. Stay hydrated. Stay out of trouble. And one last thing, we'll be sending our show to a new platform. We're still gonna stay on YouTube. We're still gonna stay on Spotify, but we're gonna add Rumble to the family here real soon. I'm in the process of moving the videos on YouTube. Are going to be going over there as well. So we're going to have a new family with us. So once it gets moved over, I will put the link out there for everybody to see. Make sure you go on there. Make sure you like and become a follower on there as well. Yeah. But that's all I got to say about that. You guys enjoy your weekend. We out. I love you. Night.
Peace.